What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Quarantine Cooking. I'm your host, Anthony Ladon, Mr. Pink Shirt Guy. Happy to be here. I hope you are too. This is so exciting. We got the intro song down. I think it worked. I don't have a monitor yet, so I'm just rocking out to dead silence in here. But I kind of know the song pretty well, so I'm pretty sure it worked. I have a couple people, looks like, saying that the song did work. It did come out, so I'm happy about that. Rial, good to have you back. Smile or die, welcome. I'm smiling. Everyone else will as well, so that no one will die. DTL, good to have you back. My mom, Sharon Baum, welcome. Zhao, good to have you. Lock the call. All right, got a full house tonight. Currently up to, I think, about 900, 1200, 13. All right, we're just jumping up here. This is great. It's taco time. It's a very exciting day. Lots going on in the world. Lots going on. Got a couple of updates for you. Matthew Mcconaughey, trying to brighten everyone's day. He played virtual bingo with a bunch of seniors living in a senior living home down in Texas, his home state. And whenever somebody won, they could ask them like a question of their choice. It got a little bit old though, because everyone just kept asking, "Why are you wearing a shirt?" That's the question on everyone's mind. He was wearing a shirt. It's not normal. In his defense, though, he was quarantined in his Lincoln, so it happens. What else? Around the world, we got J.K. Rowling. She came out and announced that she has recovered from coronavirus. Good for her. Caveat, though, she was never tested for it. So, in an act of solidarity, I'd actually like to announce that I, too, have recovered from COVID-19 as well, despite having never been tested for it. Also, lupus and Ebola, and AIDS. So I'm feeling pretty lucky, feeling pretty blessed here. Lupus is a tough one, isn't it? I mean, like, it's always everyone's, I don't know if you ever watched this TV show House, but it was always everyone's first guess. Like, the guy would come in and they'd be like, well, what could it be? I don't know, let's test for lupus. It looks like a gunshot. I don't know. Kind of weird. I don't know if you're lupus fans, House fans. It's sunny. The weather is beautiful here in New York. This is very exciting for us. It was so nice yesterday that a helicopter, a chopper footage showed people playing touch football in a park in Queens. This is true. And the worst part, it's been brutal for me to turn down all their invitations, you know? Yeah, because social distancing is the real reason I'm not out there. Hey, who's excited to toss the old pigskin, guys? Anybody? What do you think of my pretty pink headband? It's great. Who wants a brewski? Yeah, where's everyone going? I brought oranges. It's tough out there for a pink shirt guy. Yeah, Mom, it's never lupus, is it? That's always their first guess, but it's never lupus. In good news, though, this will brighten your day, I think. It brightened mine. After 10 years of trying, a pair of giant pandas in Hong Kong was able to mate. This is great news. Congratulations to them. To Ling Ling and, oh no, I'm sorry, Ying Ying and Li Li. Good job, guys. I mean, what else are you going to do in lockdown, right? So they were probably just thinking, hey, finally we got some privacy. Let's get this thing going. Did I really need to say a pair of pandas? That's the weird part, right? Like, it would have been weird if I had said, hey, here's the headline. Panda gets pregnant after being visited by an angel. That would have been weird. Yeah. But zookeepers were actually really hopeful that, that this was actually going to happen, that the mating was going to occur this week, when they started to notice Ying Ying kind of giving off the telltale signs that she was ready. Playing in the water more, kind of leaving her scent everywhere, and saying, "It's now or never, Ling Ling, my biological clock's ticking." It happens. She, 10 years, it's a long time. Yeah, touched by an angel, that's right, Ling Ling. Linguophile. The names, they're going around trying to get a good guess of what names they've got going. Ying Ying and Li Li are the parents. So far, the top finalists are, finally, Lulu, and then the third one, this is kind of out of nowhere, just anything but Corona. That last one I think is very literal, but I think it really captures the zeitgeist, So That's it. That's what we've got. After each and every one of those, a laugh track. You guys are welcome. That's what you are treated to for being here in the first 8 minutes of the show. So thanks very much. We've got a great show for you tonight. We're making tacos. It's Taco Tuesday. And really the only reason we're doing tacos is because it's alliterative with the word Tuesday. And I like that. And it's some of the ingredients that we actually have. So that's what we're doing here in quarantine land. The perfect drink for tacos, though, obviously, is the margarita. It brings out the Mexican in every one of us. I know most people are just 100% Mexican on Cinco de Mayo, but and also the 5th of May. But we're going to be making one here because I happen to like it. It's a good riff. It's a good change on the sour drink. And yeah, I happen to absolutely love margaritas. So we're going to do fresh lime juice, some Cointreau, and some triple sec. Is Taco Tuesday like a big deal, Craig? Is that like did somebody trademark that? If they did, I hope I'm not going to get sued for this. This is going to be rough. Boy, who owns Taco Tuesday? If they do, someone actually own that? That's Craig coming in early with the info. I appreciate it. Oh, and thanks very much for the recipe. It is trademarked? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to start writing checks here to whoever owns it. It is Tuesday, and we are going to be making tacos. So here in quarantine cooking land with Pink Shirt Guy, we're just gonna say it's Tuesday, the day of tacos. We'll just switch it around. How about that? Del Taco. Oh, cool. Okay. Thanks very much for the flour tortilla recipe. I did not make them for this, just because I didn't have the time. But thanks for sending that to me, Craig. All right, let's get our fresh lime juice going here. Tamco Tuesday. Yeah. Tuesday tacos. I love it. Francesca, coming in strong with a good recommendation there. Fair enough. Yeah. All right. El Dia, let's see. Lunes, it's Martes, right, in Spanish? So, Martes, Tacos Martes. That doesn't have quite the same ring. It's not as much fun. Okay. So I'm going to reserve one of these because I've got my glass ready. Notice that there's no ice in there yet. This is intentional. Now, normally, if we're building a drink in a rocks glass, I would say fill it up with ice, put the ingredients in there, give it a old stirry-do, boop, done. However, in this case, I'm going to say don't, because we need to rim it first. A little bit of lime juice here. Perfect. Now we're done. Well, we'll keep you just in case we make another one. And I've got a nice plate here that I've already got all set up with, oh, you know what? I've got a little knife holder. I've got this already all set up with kosher salt. Now, if you want to get fancy with putting some spices in there, you can do like chili powder, ancho chili powder, whatever you want. As long as it's probably better if it's dry. Yeah, maybe a little cayenne pepper to give a little spice. I couldn't find my chili powder. I know we just used it on Friday. I don't know where I put it. So I'm gonna take one last look. It's not there, and it's not. You know, maybe I'll just, how about this? We'll cheat, we'll do like a tiny bit of smoked paprika or something, and then like a little tiny bit of cayenne, because I think the color would be kind of nice. And if we are celebrating Tuesday, which everyone knows is the day of tacos, then let's do a little bit of color here. Cool? So cayenne, I'm gonna go real light, because I'd rather not breathe fire here. But I'm gonna put a little more paprika, just because I like the red color. I think it'll be nice. You could also do a little bit of cumin. That'd be kind of fun. Or you can just do salt. That's it. Or you can go naked without any salt whatsoever. That's fine too. But I happen to like it, so that's what we're doing. Oh, that was weak. Let's get a little more liquid on there. You could be kind of fancy. I've seen some bars, and I actually kind of like this, where they do a bigger swipe. I don't know if you can see this on the top one. A bigger swipe, and then they just kind of roll it like that. So then you get, see that? Then you just get kind of, part like a big swath, and that way it's easier to, people can kind of choose your own adventure with the salt. But do whatever you want, whatever you prefer. I did both because that's just the kind of guy I am. We don't have to shake this drink, but I do want to make sure it's mixed up well enough just before putting it in there. So I'm gonna give it like a quick shake with the ice, and then we'll do like a little poor man's strain, which basically just pour it in there. So. The trick is you don't want to fill your shaker up with too much ice so that when you try to pour it in, the ice just goes everywhere. That's no fun. Ask me how I know. Okay, so 2 ounces of tequila. Well, cork went flying. I'm gonna have to go find that. There's a ton of recipes out there for different margaritas. This is my favorite recipe. I just like the balance of doing 2 ounces tequila. We'll go 3/4 ounce lime juice, and then, oh man, oh, that smells so good. Oh, one quick note on that. Let me get the cap, or the cork. So I think it's getting easier to find nowadays, but I highly recommend that whenever you're buying tequila, you always get the ones that say 100% de blue agave, or 100% blue agave, or as long as it says 100% from agave. A lot of them don't, and I think they don't taste as nice. And a true tequila it'll be made with only agave, no neutral grain spirits, nothing else. It's just distilled product from the agave. So I'm pretty sure, that Shirley's Cooking Street, never. Well, I mean, I'll put my Venmo out there, depends how big the tips are. You want to just tip me in my. All right, I like this. People, Frank, when are we going to see a shirtless cooking stream? Who knows? Maybe soon. Maybe today if I have enough of these. I don't know. All right, that's my soapbox for tequila. We'll do 3/4 ounce lime juice. Perfect. Mr. Pink Skin. I love it. Mr. No Shirt Guy. That's a good one. All right, and we're just gonna give it a quick shake. We don't need to really go hard on it. The other thing too is, and I think this is acceptable if you're gonna use Cointreau, is it's okay, I think, to put in a tiny bit of either simple syrup or honey or agave syrup, only because Cointreau, to me, isn't quite as sweet as a lot of the other triple secs out there. So if you're using a cheap triple sec, like Hiram Walker or De Kuyper, those are fine. They just have a little bit more sugar in them, so I would not add any sort of sweetener with those at all. But with Cointreau, I think it's okay. I'm not going to, because I like this as is, but I'm not going to judge you if you do. Whoa, shots? Where'd these come from? Patron? Okay. You guys are nice. All right, I am going to add a little bit more ice just to kind of fill her up. And we can garnish with, let's get you out of the way. You over here. There you go, there's the drink. And we'll just kind of I'm going to cut a wedge out of this. So I'm just going to cut down into about halfway through. That's about halfway, and then a little, just go off, cut into the center again, just kind of meeting up in the center. And that's how you cut. Can't see that really well. You can up here though, right? Yeah. Boom, that's it. Put a little slicer do in it, like that. Hang it off the side. There we go. That is a margarita. 20 million viewers plus the lemons. Welcome, lemons. Good to have you on board. Cheers, guys. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's really good. I just started using this tequila. This is like the only bottle of this I've ever had. I've had it like in restaurants and stuff back when we used to go to restaurants and bars. But I really like this one, so I'd highly recommend it. I've had others like Milagro is good. That's the tall blue bottles and red and yellow or whatever. Those are nice. I like them. So that's pretty good. Okay, first things first, Margaret. Well, another sip of the marg. Okay, perfect. Now, I wish I had like a really cool swipe or something on the screen, or like a video to entertain folks while I like put things away so I don't go entirely nuts and start breaking stuff. But we don't, because this is a very low budget. This is a very low budget presentation. All right, am I missing anything? No, good. Oh, John Lemon's cooking wings. Yes, love it. What else? My mom is chiming in. Oh, mezcal. Well, I don't mean to insert myself in every conversation. I'm a huge mezcal fan. Hope you are too. I'll just stay out of it unless you out at me. All right. So here's the deal with today. This is going to be true kind of quarantine cooking because I'm not going to use ground beef for tacos, which is super common, but we're going to not do that. We're going to go beans. I actually read this kind of recipe on Epicurious. Their newsletter comes out. It's like almost every couple of days now. And they had this recommendation for just a can of black beans. And I'd like to try it out. So that's what we're doing. We've got a can of black beans. We're gonna sweeten it up with a little onion, some shallot. I'm gonna do a quick pickle on the shallot, a little garlic, and then we'll get going. Cool? So hopefully this helps you if you've got no ground beef, but you do have, I imagine everyone's got like a can of beans somewhere. You could probably even do this with like kidney beans or whatever, or like refried beans. You could try it with that. It'd be slightly different cooking method. Like you might need to add a little bit more moisture to it, but I bet it would work too. I just don't have any. All right, let's get going. So first things first, I'm gonna be making quick pickles. So I know Craig was suggesting that I make pickled carrots and like pickle other stuff. That's a great suggestion. I don't have jars yet. I think they're coming next week from Amazon, like mason jars. So I basically don't have anything to put them in, so I didn't make pickles. Instead, we're gonna do a quick pickle, assuming I have vinegar. I've got a little bit left, so we're gonna be quick pickling these. All that means is we're gonna bring the vinegar and a little bit of water, some salt and sugar to a boil. We're gonna slice these very thinly and then put them like in a small bowl. Just mix it together and let them sit for 20 minutes. So we're gonna be doing this first so that they'll be slightly pickled by the time we're ready, in 30 minutes or so. So I'll do that now. And I decided to do this because I was talking with my mother, DTL, earlier, and she was like, well, I think that'd be kind of fun. I'd like to quick pickle some things. And that's really where this conversation started. And plus I needed some other topping on top of these tacos because they're going to be quite boring otherwise with just really good tasting beans. So you're slightly pickled yourself, John. Who isn't at this point in quarantine? So, all right, I'm just going to trim this off. If you don't use shallots all the time, just cut off the top end, make a slice down through like the top layer or two. There we go. And pull off like the dry stuff until you get down to the moist stuff. And even if you pull off like an extra layer of the like more moist purple looking, is anybody else getting uncomfortable? That's fine too. Here we go. All right, probably could have cut more off. This is super fun. Now, regular watchers know that I tend to tear up when I'm dealing with shallots, even onions now apparently. That never used to happen. It didn't happen as much, but when in quarantine, I just cried everything. It's kind of a hormonal thing, I think. We are going to be using a mandolin to slice these very thinly. You can use a knife, that's fine. I just want to bring out a toy. This is one of my favorite kitchen gadgets, and it's also one of the cheapest. I think it was 25 bucks on Amazon. Is it a Benringer? No, it's a Borner, B-O-R-N-E-R. And I love it. It just cuts things very well. It's super sharp, so I do not want to cut myself on it. That's the only thing I don't want to do. I used to have Kevlar gloves for this, but then I got rid of them when I was downsizing in the kitchen, and then I just figured, well, I'll just be really careful. So that's why I'm not having too much of the margarita yet. Yes, it is a deadly device, Ravik. So This is it. You just very carefully slide it down. See, that's great. And we have uniform cuts. See, look at that. Isn't that great? Boop. They're all going to be about that thick. We could go paper thin. In fact, why don't let's do a few more at this. There we go. I think I like this thickness because I don't want them to be too papery thin, but I'll show you if you flip it around. I know. Yeah, mother, don't watch. There we go. So now we'll compare. I'll show you how thin these guys are. Actually, the paper thin might be pretty good too. I'll mix them all together, and that way we'll get a little variation. So can you see that versus that? Pretty cool, right? Boom. Let's do the whole thing. Let's get... And I'm also super paranoid about not cutting myself, so we'll stop. Actually, that was probably too far. We're good there. Just one shot. So that's all we need. I'm going to stack this back up so I don't kill myself here. Perfect. Love it. Now, let's turn that sideways. Get a bowl. And actually, I don't even know if we need to boil this. I think the boiling helps with... Yeah, Ravik, it's okay to open your eyes now. I've not cut myself. I've not died. I'm not bleeding. We're good. I have quick pickle before just with like lime juice and letting it sit for 20 minutes. But I have only one lime left. And if I want to make another margarita, I don't have any more lime juice left. So actually, you know what? Why don't we add a little bit of this? So this is what? That's like 25 milliliters. So it's like a little less than an ounce. We'll do a little bit of this. I'm gonna need more vinegar, so I'm just gonna do some white wine vinegar on top. Let's not even cook it. Let's just try that. I'm just gonna cover it with vinegar. And then you can use lemon juice if you want. Lime juice is fine. And we'll see what happens if it's how pickled it gets with no heat whatsoever. I was trying to think of a way to like simplify this just because I'm lazy. Let's put in some salt. And then we'll do a little bit of sugar. I don't even know if we have to do that. I don't know if we're quick pickling what effect the sugar has on it. Let's try it without, shall we? Let's give it a shot. Yeah, lemon would work. Lock the coal. That would totally work. I mean, basically we're just going for acid here. We just want acid to help break down. This is basically like I mean, it's not the same, but the idea, it's almost like you can think of it as like a vegetable ceviche, kind of. I mean, we're just tossing this in acid, and we might stir it around a little bit as we go through the rest of the ingredients. What I like about tacos too is that they're not hard. Like it's not difficult to make tacos, but it all kind of comes down to like, what are we putting on it? If we're just doing ground beef, actually what I like about it is that it focuses, like it's all on the ingredients. So like if we're doing ground beef, let's make sure to get really good ground beef and season it really well. Like I like when everything is just perfect, or if it's like a pork shoulder or something else, let's make sure it's really well cooked. Like just everything's done well, because it's a pretty simple presentation, but a lot of room for error. So we're making this a little fancy, but also pretty simple with some pickles. Done. Next, what do I have on my next step? Oh, warm the tortillas. So I have flour tortillas, and I just wrapped them in a little bit of foil. I'm gonna put them in the oven for a little bit, kind of at like 250 for about 20-30 minutes, just as long as we're cooking here. But we'll go low. If you're in a hurry, you could probably heat them up 350, that's fine, maybe a little warmer. Oh, the other thing is, with corn tortillas, I discovered this recently, the best way to warm them up, I think, is in a little bit of oil. Even if they're a little bit stale, like if they're stale, I've read that you can just run them under the sink, like put them in water, and they'll absorb a little bit of that, and then pat them off dry, and then heat it up in just a little bit of oil for maybe 15-20 seconds. It worked so well. Like it was totally, even a stale corn tortilla, like that would normally, that you'd fold it and it would break. It like got back some of its elasticity. It was fantastic. So highly recommend that. Yeah, Mac T knife. I prefer corn tortillas, but yeah, lemon. I like that as well. But there's something when you heat them up with oil. It was the first time I'd done it, and I did it for like 4 days in a row in the oil, and they tasted totally different. But yeah, I directly on the gas stove works. Like even on the burners, great idea. But Mac tea knife, I'm assuming middle name quarantine. That's why it's hashtag Corona cooking, because we can't get corn tortillas or rice. We're not doing rice either, because I have pounds of risotto because I found an Italian market in the Bronx that's still selling. They are still stocked up. They just got a big shipment in. So I've got pounds of it, but I don't have any regular medium long grain rice. So anyway, yeah, okay, so Locke, you're a flour tortilla person. My wife is also a flour tortilla person. She doesn't love the corn. I'm a big corn guy. We all knew that. Pretty corny. But that's just where it's at. All right. So I'm gonna dice half an onion. Now I got the pickles going. Yeah, exactly. Need a rim shot in there somewhere. Okay, so there we go. Craig coming in with the info. It's regional. Good to know. Oh, this knife still needs to be sharpened, for sure. It's way better than it was, thanks to Linguophile's recommendation to get a honer, the honing steel, but it still needs some work. I don't know if I can. Has anybody sharpened knives and can has anybody used both the knife sharpening thing where you pull it through the little wedge and also like a whetstone? And can you tell me, is one way better than the other, and is like a whetstone worth the price? I'd like to know, because they seem sexy, but they're really expensive. And if it's really good and totally worth it, yeah, I'll get one. But corn tortillas are a Central American thing. Okay, good to know. All right, so. And again, basically we're just doing black beans on our tacos on this Tuesday. Tuesday being the day of tacos. Not Taco Tuesday, that's a Del Taco thing or Taco John's or something, trademark. And I'm definitely not gonna infringe on that by saying the words Taco Tuesday. That's their thing. So, but Tuesday is a day for tacos in my book. They're just like waiting for me to say it one more time. He did it, he said it. I know, right? Mac tea knife, we will be going to a dealer for rice and tortillas. And TP. God, I just got a shipment in. My sister-in-law was so nice to send me send us, well, me, for being honest, but to send us a box of TP. It was like a package of 12 rolls. Came in super handy. And actually, after tonight, it'll probably be really handy. But yeah, it came in the nick of time. We were down to like 2 rolls, and that was it. Oh, a Taquito Tuesday. I like that. Yes. Lock the coal. Good suggestion. All right, so let's, while I'm prepping, I will also cook. Maybe save us a little bit of time. I know we want to spend as much time as possible together, but in case anybody has anything else to do, I would like to be conscious and respectful of your time. Oh, pull through is easy. Now, okay, so Bill, pull through is easy to use, but the whetstone takes skill. Am I gonna see that much more improvement in the quality of the sharpening of the blade with a whetstone? Like, if I spend the time to learn how to do it, is it worth it? That's the big question. Chic Geek, what's up? Welcome, hi. Good to have you. So glad you're here. Now the party can officially get started because Chic Geek is here. We got a good crowd tonight. This is good. I need some oil. Let's see. The whetstone takes less material off than I compare it to a pull through. Okay, good to know. That's important. yeah, I was so happy yesterday when that TP shipment came. Have I griped to you guys recently that I've had 3 deliveries, like 3 grocery delivery orders that were supposed to include TP, but then it just never showed up? Angle Grinder is fast and easy, says. No, Andrew, no, to be clear, the rest of us weren't a party already. As soon as you're here, anyway, as soon as you're anywhere, it's a party. I just want to make Chic Geek feel better. That's all. I say this to other people. You, I mean it, though, when I tell you that. So, all right, we're just going to use a little olive oil. We could use butter. That's fine. Just any kind of fat. If you have lard, that's great. That would probably be more traditional. I think vegetable oil would probably also be more traditional. But I've got olive oil handy. We're just going with that. Aw, yeah. Oh, really? Mac the knife. Okay, so a tip. If I don't mind hotel TPs, some supply companies are selling surplus at retail prices. All right, good to know. I might have to look for that. A friend of mine is actually, a friend of mine runs a paper supply company, and he's basically like the Michael Scott in Montana, and he was saying that because they stock TP, he's now become Mr. Popular. Like everybody's looking to get some. He's now basically a dealer, which I think is great. It's hilarious that it's gotten to this point. If Dunder Mifflin were also in the TP business. All right, let's do a little garlic. And I'm just kind of sweating this, just a gentle saute. I want a little bit of brown. That's all. Yeah, so it's over medium. That's all. Due to a price match before the end time. So you got TP matched prices beforehand? Lock the coal? Tell us about that. That sounds interesting. Or not. I don't want to put you on the spot. But I kind of do. My wife and I now have, price mistake. Got it, not price match. Yeah. My wife and I have 2 orders standing with Amazon, so we have the 12 rolls that we just got yesterday, so that'll last us through this week, and then we're getting, I think, 2 more orders of like 12 or 36 or something, like bigger orders at the end of the month. So we're gonna have to stretch it out. Triple ply, $10 or 10 whole rolls. For 26 bucks. All right. That's not bad. That's pretty good. I like how this is basically turned into like a chat forum for TP deals. Like, hey, did you hear you can get TP from hotels down the street? Check it out. And also, why is that the first thing that people decided that they needed? Like, there was a cartoon. Stop me if I've already told you this, but there was a cartoon going around. My wife showed this to me, and it was like a bunch of people, and it said, "What's gonna kill us? Coronavirus. What are the symptoms? Like shortness of breath, coughing, wheezing. What are we gonna buy? All the toilet paper." I just love that it didn't make sense. All right. 8 packs of Cottonelle for $4. Nice. This is good. I am Dico. Welcome. A lot of love back to you in Argentina. So glad you could make it. In case Andrew Weller's listening, it was already party before you got here. But now that you're here, I'm even more excited. When are we doing movie nights? Yeah, I know. It'll be like Zoom movie nights pretty soon. Somebody was just telling me, now I feel out of the loop for not knowing this, but that they're doing like movies that were supposed to be out in the theater, they're now releasing on demand for, it's like a $20 rental, so it's still movie theater prices almost. But I didn't know they were doing that. That's pretty cool. Oh, Andrew is here. Oh, he's still here. Oh, well, and we're all very happy. That's so nice. I wouldn't want it any other way. That's. Gonna give these bad boys a stir. Little boop, stirry do. Done. I think they're softening. We'll find out. We're just going to have to find out. Oh, yeah, Andrew, that's right. Don't cough. Yeah, good point. Hope you're okay. All right. Bump the heat up a little tiny bit there. Just to make sure you are cooking. I like to hear that sizzle. I'm going to actually add a little bit more fat, just for fun. So we're probably up to about 4 tablespoons, in case anybody is dutifully taking notes. And so that when I do go back and rewatch this to figure out, like, what did I put in there? I'll know to myself, Anthony, this is a note to you. You probably used 4 tablespoons of oil in there. So also, you're amazing. I hope everyone else wasn't weirded out by my special commentation to myself, but I do it a lot, I'll be honest. No, legal file, yes. Of course it will be a test. Why are you watching this if not for a test at the end? Ooh, hot toddy, Mac the knife, great idea. They are set to make a comeback. Oh, we could do like a special coronavirus, like a corona convalescence episode, where it's like all the things that you would make for somebody who has it, especially knowing that they can't smell or taste anything. So that some of people can't, at least. That's one of the symptoms. Chicken soup. Oh yeah, chicken soup would be good. Be kind of wholesome, ground you. Andrew Cuomo, so the governor of New York's brother, whatever Cuomo, I can't remember his name. Mario was the dad, Andrew, and then Chris, I think it's Chris Cuomo. He had the coronavirus. He's also a late night news host, or a regular news host. Anyway, but he said that what got him through it was will. So as long as you want to get through it, you can. Not to throw any shade towards the people that are going through it, but that's all he said is what you need, is you need will. I mean, I think he also said, you know, rest and hydration, but you gotta want to get over it. So that's good. I want to get over it. If I ever get it, you'll know. You'll be the first to know. But I am going to do this show. I shouldn't say this, actually. That would be terrible. I'm going to do the show if I ever get it. Is anybody feeling left out for not having gotten it? You know, like everybody else is kind of part of the cool club, and now it's not really a cool club. Yes. Well, that is one way to look at it. You could look at it could be inspirational, or it could be more of like a great opportunity to, yeah. I'll take a big step back from dissing anyone that has it, especially Chris Cuomo, just in case. But yeah. Lingual fault, I don't doubt it, that there does seem to be a mental component to the body's recovery process. I can see that. Oh, but I don't want to say this out loud on YouTube, because if that's not accurate health advice, we could get shut down. So just if any of the YouTube spies are watching, I'm not saying that that's health advice. In YouTube's defense, the one that they shut down most recently was of like a weirdo, I think it was a weirdo millionaire guy in the UK who basically told everyone in a 2.5 hour long YouTube live stream that 5G towers, cellular towers, 5G, that was what was behind this epidemic. So I don't know if you guys knew that, but that is now, that's what's going on. Oh, God. Andrew, great question. Gin cocktails that have honey and hibiscus. I don't know of any, but I'm going to come up with one or look for one, because that sounds delicious. Wait a second, are you sick or just planning ahead? Do I need to send down some Some hibiscus tea. Okay, that is a good note to myself. Mostly because it also says you're handsome. Okay, good. This is pretty good. I just wanted to soften these, kind of sweat them a little bit. Yeah. That's actually, Andrew, that's a great idea. I will, maybe for tomorrow or something, I'll try to come up with something like cocktails from almost kind of from the pantry. With with a base spirit, a little bit of sweetener, and then some sort of flavor in there. That's a great idea. I love that. Lock the coal. Yeah, probably a great time to install fiber in it. Just shut down the roads because no one's on them. Okay, that's fairly well sweated down. There's no browning on them. I will raise the heat just a little bit. Maybe we can brown them up a bit, just to see if maybe that has a little tiny bit of flavor. I'm not too concerned about that. Let's get our beans in there. I was looking around for the beans, and they're right in front of me. Where are my beans at? Okay, Craig's saying trying to sweeten the tea and then mixing equal parts gin and iced tea. Oh, that's a great idea. So make the tea first. I like that. Okay, so I mentioned earlier at the start of this amazing show that the inspiration for this recipe was a Epicurious email that pointed to a blog post that they had where it was a taco with a can of black beans, and they basically didn't drain them, they didn't rinse them, they dumped this all in and then added a little bit more water and or stock. So that's what we're gonna do. Although what I want to do first, just to maybe give it a little more flavor, I don't have to deglaze, but I kind of want to anyway. Just to give it a little flavor, we're going to put a little bit of wine in there. Let's see if that helps. And some salt. Oh, I should look how much. Do black beans have like a bunch of salt in them? I can never remember. They have a decent amount. Okay, that'll be fun to find out. No, Lingophile. These have been on my shelf for a long time. I don't even want to know how long. So if you don't hear from me tomorrow, this is why. But no, I don't know. I feel like an idiot. I don't know if we normally I think I normally would rinse these. Yeah, well, like when I make chili with beans in it, I would normally rinse, drain them, rinse them to get all the gunk off. But yeah, Lemon, you're saying you always drain. Yeah, I always do. I always do too. Whenever, mostly just for chili. But this Epicurious article said that they threw it all in. So we're just gonna do it. And if I live to tell you how it is, you'll know. Well, I guess you'll see me try it at the end of the show. So I'm cooking off the wine that I just poured in there. I'm raising the heat a little bit just to get rid of some of that liquid. But you know what? It doesn't matter that much. We're doing tacos here. The moisture will cook off. And in go the beans. Oh, and it fits perfectly in there to clean it out. That's incredible. I love it. Perfect. And we're gonna add a little bit. We're gonna rinse this out and throw it in. Can't it's bulge or anything. Okay, good to know. Lock the coal. That if it's not bulging, it's not gonna hurt you. Okay, let that heat up. We'll get some water there. They did say you could use stock as well. I think that'd be just fine. Maybe we could use some gin. I don't know. That'd be a lot of gin. All right, I'm gonna crank this heat up just so we don't sit here all day. Just to get it warm, reduce it down. And then, what else do I need to do here? Did that, diced onion and garlic. We're doing that. We got the beans in there. Tortillas are warm now. So we're just about done. We're just gonna let this reduce, which might be enough time just for me to make another margarita. Oh, you know what? I gotta prep the toppings. Rats. Can't drink yet. Actually, I could. I can do whatever I want. I'm the one wearing the apron. Okay, I will. Oh, I do need this because I'm gonna cut some lettuce. I tried to even get ahead of this and like plan it out. And I have like, okay, number 1, we're doing the quick pickle. Number 2, the warm the tortillas. Number 3, this. But then I forgot a whole thing that said prep the toppings. So now yeah, Real. Haven't seen Lauren in a while. I know. Me neither. If you see her, let her know. Tell her I miss her. I'm looking for her. Oh, chic geek. Imagine getting wasted by tacos. I can imagine that, and I will. That sounds delightful. We're not going to use this whole thing. I don't like romaine that much. This is just what lettuce I have because I got a 3-pack of romaine hearts and we used one of them last night. Use whatever you got. I like a little bit of crunch in there though. I think a little bit of shredded lettuce is kind of fun. Iceberg is super popular for this because it has that super strong crunch. I'm using romaine because that's what I got. If you want to put something green in there, lettuce I think is a good option. I don't think we're going to use much though, so maybe that seems like a lot, but we'll go with it. Yeah, Linguophile. You see like a new article that says best rice recipe. Yeah, we've been doing that for a long time, dude. Oh, welcome from Norway is Skolias 2. Do I know any Norwegian? No, I don't know any Norwegian. I'm so sorry. I do know how to say another please. I think it's en tiltak. Like if I want to order another drink. And then I can say Tog. That's thank you. So Tog for joining, I think. Skolias 2. Let me know if that's even right or wrong. I took one flight on I took one SAS flight, and I thought they were speaking Swedish on the flight, and it turned out to be Norwegian. So I was way off when I tried to break out some Swedish with the flight attendant. And Skål, I do know Skål. I mean, I don't even know how to say it. Am I saying it right? But yeah, I do know that. So yeah, I do know some Norwegian. I'm cutting the ribs out of these just because one of my biggest pet peeves is when some places cut romaine and they just do the old crosswise chop. And then you get like this giant piece of romaine that's super hard to eat in a salad. And even also on a taco, because then like you pull it out. So I'm cutting the rib out, just like God did. And then cutting it in half. What remains is remain. Well said. Well said. Oh, good. Okay, good. Skolias 2. Yes. Glad to be. I mean, I knew I was right. I'm always right, but. Yeah. Weller. Yeah, biblical references. That's. We're going way back. It's close to Easter. That's my second biblical reference of the night. I had one about an angel visiting a panda. It was great. Okay, I think this is going to be enough. I think that'll work. Helvete, no, I don't know that. All right, good. The language is fairly similar. Good to know. Skolias 2. Well, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. It's really nice. It's a pleasure for me that you're here. I know. It just, lighting comes down, just spites me right now, Andrew. Yeah. Okay. Put that there. We'll save that on the side. Let's get our little setup going here. Get some sour cream rocking and rolling. What else are we doing? I do not have, we could do like fresh tomatoes, but I don't have them. I do have sour cream, so that's good. I'm really excited about this. Oh, I also don't have cilantro. I do have fresh parsley though, so we will use that. I know it's not gonna be the same, but I do, a little bit of green on top. That'd be nice. If you have avocado, now would be a great time to slice that up. and to get ready for our tacos, but I don't have those either. So this is a true quarantine taco night. I think this is going to be the coolest addition here of our quick pickled shallots. If you don't have shallots, you could probably, as long as you can slice a vegetable thinly, you can quick pickle it. Radishes would be perfect here. I've done that. I think that's fantastic. Scully has too. Well, I'm so glad that you found me. This is wonderful. Yeah, we're here every weekday at 5 p.m. Eastern, which is probably, I don't know, Friday for you. But anyway, yeah, back to the pickles. As long as you can slice it really thinly, like really starchy items like a carrot or a potato might be a little more difficult. But if you got it thinly sliced enough, I don't know. Craig could probably tell us. Craig, could we quick pickle a potato? That's gonna be the big question. Let's see how these will turn out. Oh, these are super good. They're super good already. I'm surprised myself. This is great. Okay, I'm so excited about this. This is gonna be, I don't know if Lauren's gonna love these. Maybe she will, but I'm gonna put these all over mine. That'll be fun. Okay, so Craig says that pickling potatoes for home fries doesn't do too much. All right, so let's see, what else do I have in here? What did I put on my list of toppings? Where is I got lettuce, sour cream, and a little spritz of lime. So maybe I'll get a little lime going here. That, to me, one thing that separates like good tacos from great tacos is acid, because everything else is kind of heavy, a little bit fatty, and I love it. Like we have the lettuce for some crunch, which is nice, but then those pickles have both the crunch and the acid to cut through some of the fat. That's going to make a huge difference. And oh my God, these smell so good. The beans. In case you couldn't see where I was pointing. I think it's obvious, right? Yeah, all right. Sometimes I don't know, like, is it covered up by this thing? No. That's over here. All right. Just cooking up some of that liquid. Should be done fairly quick. If this takes too long, we can always just kind of strain some out with a slotted spoon. That'll be fine too. Let's see. Those tortillas are warm, so I've already turned the oven off. I did that a few minutes ago, so we're all good to go there. Is it time for, do I have to have another margarita? I guess I do. Yeah, I mean, I already have, all right, let's do it. Let's get one more mar going here. Perfect. What else do you guys put on tacos? I'm curious. Norway, what do you put on tacos? Yeah, geek. That smells so good, believe me. I mean the beans, not. Oh, cheese, Mom. God, they got moms here. Of course, cheese. Oh, duh. Oh man, Mother, thank you for coming to the rescue. Hey, what do you guys put? I've got like a quick pickle here and some lettuce. Is that what everybody puts on tacos? Idiot. Cheese. Yeah, exactly. More. I have a bag of pre-shredded cheese because that's how tough it is to get. I ordered cheddar cheese and it didn't come last time, so I took whatever I could get. And actually, I tried this on, I put some of this on top of the chili we made on Friday. I had the final leftovers we had for lunch. We've had it for lunch every single day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and today. Both my wife and I. So 8 servings out of that thing, including dinner Friday night. So 10 servings. But we only finally got cheese, and it's so good. It's just, it comes in handy. I'm telling you guys, this is very obvious. You know that cheese is good. I don't know why I just spent like 5 minutes explaining why cheese is good. Why did I do that? It doesn't. Pretty much anything, but we rarely have cilantro. Okay. Good. Okay, so Scully has two. Good. All right. Good to know that you rarely get cilantro, but up in Norway. But yeah, pickled onions, super good. This is pickled shallots. Pickled onions would be, I think, quite nice. And I don't know, what else can you pickle? Can you pickle strawberries? I'm getting strawberries on Friday because it's one of the few fruits they have available, so I figured why not? And oh no, actually I do know why. It's my wife's birthday next week, and she wanted strawberries for something, and blackberries. I can't remember for what. I still gotta figure out what to get her. Like, what do you get for the gal who has everything in quarantine? Like clothes, or a handbag, that wouldn't make any sense right now. TP would be good. That would be a huge gift. Oh, so Ravik, wait, so you've never had a taco? Ravik? No, come on, you're kidding, right? You're like the one person, or like Nelly from The Office, who's never had a taco. You and Nelly get along. Okay, Shikik says don't pickle strawberries for your sanity. Understood? I won't, or at least, I won't tell you about it, but I do know what I will tell you about, and I definitely won't tell her because it's a secret. Hold on. I started a sourdough starter the other day, and I don't want to be that guy that has like a sourdough starter growing in his cabinet, but I am. And I started on Friday, and it should be ready to go in like another week and a half. I think the articles I was reading suggested waiting 2 weeks, but I have to feed it. I fed it on day 1 when I made it. And then on day 3, which is today, I fed it. And then I'll feed him tomorrow and the day after that. Real says, okay, so not much Mexican food in Eastern Europe. Understood? Yeah. Oh, you've never had a taco either. Okay, well, when you do have one, your mind will blow. Where substitute mincemeat with salmon. Oh, man. Okay, so that's like a true Norwegian taco. I could do that. Now, Scully asked too, are you saying that, is it regular salmon and it's cooked, or is it like gravlax? Like, how is the salmon prepared that you're putting in your version of a taco? Because this sounds exciting. Oh, Lemon says fried potatoes are very good on tacos. Shiki, yes, he is my pet. His name is Daryl. He has a name, and he's a growing boy. He weighs 240 grams, and I'm very excited. I'm very proud. So, but he's a little shy. He smells kind of like bananas a little bit. I've got some plastic wrap, but the cabinet totally smells like bananas. Yeah, there we go. I just wanted to show you guys. Maybe we'll do a daily check-in with Daryl. So Daryl says hi. He's a little shy. He'll come out in a little bit. Okay, and we're back. Yeah, fish tacos. I could get behind that. I'd love to know, Scully asked, if you're using like cooked salmon or if it's gravlax cured. That'd be kind of cool to know. Because I did cure some salmon last week, and I've got it in my kitchen, but I like over cured it a little bit, so it's like it tastes like really thick. It's got the texture of like really thick Jello, so it's a little chewy. It's still okay, but I overdid it. I love it when it's a softer texture, which is what I'm used to on our bagels here in New York. The cured salmon. So it's probably different in Norway, but just that I don't know why I was going off on that. This is gonna take just another minute. Let's prep this. Oh, you know what? I forgot some spices. Let's put some seasoning in here because this is gonna be a little bit boring. Let's just do a tiny pinch of cayenne, just a little bit. Just to kind of waken up a little bit. I'll do a bunch of paprika because I'm a huge paprika fan. And this is smoked paprika, so. Oh, okay. So you really scoliosis. It sounds like so you use fillets, salmon fillets, cut them. You basically just really do cook your salmon meat like you would ground beef. That's great. Okay. What do we talk? It would be steak, cooked, salt, pepper, topped with onions. Okay. Good to know. Okay, and some cumin. That's my last one. Just a little bit of cumin. It's probably like a half a teaspoon. I don't know. Something like that. Why did I use the little guy? Let's just actually get some. There we go. Cumin always smells like farts to me, doesn't it? Kind of like right when you open it up. I don't know why I went in for the smell, just to confirm it. Like I didn't already know, but I did. Okay, that's just about done. Let's make, oh, it is just about done. I'm basically cooking this down, reducing it down until it's just a little bit looser than I want it in my taco, because doesn't sound right. I want because it'll firm up a little bit as it cools. So I'll just leave that. That's good to go. We've got a lettuce, quick pickled shallot. We've got some cheese. Let's get a little bit of sour cream in here. Matt Williams, welcome. You are Andrew Weller's friend, which means you are. Oh, he's the one that asked the gin question. Okay, thanks for the tip, Andrew. Any friend of Andrew's is a friend of mine, especially if he asks about gin and gin-based cocktails. So that's awesome. Yeah, we are going to work on that. I do need to find. It sounds like Craig had a good idea, but I'm going to work on one too, and probably based on Craig's advice, actually. So that's a good idea. Oh man. And cheese, we are good. One of the things I like about tacos too is like the whole setup, because there's kind of like a mise en place for the actual meal. Mise en place, if you're not familiar, French term, just basically means get your shit together, but it means get everything set up before you start cooking and applying heat and everything else. But what I like about tacos is that you're kind of doing like a mise en place for the meal. Like you have, you know, your sour cream, your pickles, lettuce. I've hidden them, but now you can see them. There you go. Some limes for an acid. I'll get some of these in a little bowl. We could have just kept all this stuff in the original containers, but I don't think it's as cool or, you know, as sexy as this. This is like the biggest grated cheese piece I've ever seen. That's one grating of cheese. That's a big one. Okay, that's pretty good. A little more. And I think we're set up. I've got everything I wanted. Where are my toppings? Lettuce, sour cream, lime juice. And thanks, Mom, for reminding me about the cheese. Duh. Oh, Andrew said more. Let's get more. More. It won't go to waste. Okay. This is looking pretty good. I think we're about ready to serve. I'm gonna turn, it's starting to stick a little bit on the bottom, so I'm definitely gonna turn the heat off, let you chill out. And I'm gonna actually squish some of these intentionally. Now, I don't have like a bean masher or like a potato masher, but I wonder if I could cheat. Like this is not gonna do very well. Oh, what if I went up against the side? Got a little bit. No, that's not gonna do very well. Oh, I do have a muddler. Why don't I just use that? It might stain it black, but it'll be a great story. Because here's the deal. I kind of want these a little bit creamier, you know, almost like refried beans, but not quite. And hold on. Stay with me. I know this looks really nice and pristine, but, you know, quarantine, desperate times call for desperate measures. Let's just mash some of these. Yes. Mashing. Good. Okay, I think that's good. At least we got a little bit mashed. You can kind of see like the bean color. Can you see that on the, nope, hold on. You can kind of tell like a little bit is starting to get mashed up. That's fine. I'm not gonna go overboard. Perfect. Boop. Don't fall. Don't fall. All right, this is good. I think we're about ready to serve it up. So, get a fresh plate. Oh, you know what? Let me taste this. Well, not that smooth. I'm gonna make sure that there's enough. I'm basically tasting for seasoning. Making sure there's enough salt, enough everything else. No, we need more salt for sure. A bunch more salt. And actually we could use some more seasoning. Like that was pretty empty. Okay, I've actually got a little bit of dried oregano. I'm gonna throw that in there too, just a little bit. Because why not? Maybe it'll brighten it up a little bit. Everything's a little bit. Cayenne pepper, just a pinch. Good. And now for a little bit more ground cumin. Part powder, done. Oh man, this is the perfect texture. Like it's kind of like a bean mash a little bit. I could have mashed more. I'm not going to. I like where this is at right now. This is gonna be super good. Okay. Get close, call. Yeah. It's like a. What's the? Oh, it's like the Sixth Sense set, you know, where the kid's like looks out in the kitchen and all the cabinets are open. Okay. Let's taste these. See how we're doing here. Now we're talking. I'm actually gonna add a little bit more salt. I think it needs it. It's a little flat, but pretty good. Okay. Here we go. These are hot flour tortillas. I love it. So again, I'm normally a corn guy. As Bill Woods, I think, pointed out, I'm pretty corny. I know. But we're using flour tortillas because quarantine times, it's all I can find, and my wife likes them. So, and it's her birthday next week, so we're doing it. Hot. Oh, that is pretty warm. Why don't we just set you up over there, little guy? Boy, oh boy. The oven's been off for a while. I thought they would have cooled down a little bit more by now, but they didn't. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2. I feel like it's in like the TV shows when they move, when like a bunch of ENTs or doctors or nurses have to move like a heavy patient, and they're like 1, 2, 3. Okay, everybody at the same time. That's what it feels like. Oh, I only made 3. Why did I do that? Well, I guess she's getting 2 warm ones, and I'll get a warm one and a cold one. I'll probably end up in one of those anyway. It's fine. Don't worry, I'm not going to go hungry. Okay, perfect. Let's get some cheese down early. I like putting the cheese down early so that it has time to melt. So this might be, yes, I was just going to say, Ravik, Rial, this is what a taco is. Like it's, part of it is the preparation. It's basically, usually it's ground beef or beans is fine too. Or you can do like pulled pork, like a pork shoulder, also awesome. Oh, you know, just so you can see it. There you go. I know that's hard. I wish I could zoom in a little bit more, but I can't, so I won't. Got that. Let's get a little bit of lettuce. We don't need much. We don't want to distract from like the main event here. We just want some green to make it feel healthy. And a little tiny bit of crunch. There we go. That's good. Do a little pinch on mine. Yes, Linguafala 88. These are 100% American tacos, not Mexican. I like the street taco style personally, where it's a little bit smaller, corn tortilla, just a little bit, and then like it's very small. That's amazing. We have a couple of places here in New York that deliver. I wonder if they're actually still open. Anyway, but yeah, so this is more American style in case anybody's keeping track. And I'm gonna do a little bit of sour cream on mine. Lauren doesn't love sour cream on hers, so we're not gonna do that. Just want to bite. Perfect. All right, and I definitely want some of these. These are turning out so good. These are quick pickles. We just did this in the time we've been together. That might be my favorite part. Okay, good. Is that everything? Oh, a little bit of lime juice just for some more acid. Now it's time to test it out. These are big. Now the real clue here, the real key is you don't want to overfill it, and I have already overfilled it, but that's fine. You see? Take a look at my taco. No, it's not gonna, it takes a second to adjust the focus, but that's fine. Here we go. Wait. There. Oh my God, that's so good. This is actually pretty good. It's beans, which I did not think was gonna be, oh, I could have this all night. It's so like warm, comfort foody. Oh my God. Okay, so for quarantine tacos, I actually think these are fantastic. I've never done a bean-only taco before. I've always subscribed to like the, it's gotta be meat or nothing. Yeehaw! But this is pretty good. It could use probably a tiny bit more salt and just a little bit more acid, but like, I'll just do a little pinch and then a little squeeze. That's kind of my motto, just a pinch and a squeeze. That's all we need. Whoop. Oh my God. Okay. You guys, this is pretty good. So, highly recommend the beans only taco. Oh, I'm gonna get really full really fast on that. Do you have any questions? Well, shoot me an email if you do. I'm gonna get to eating this. I'm not obviously gonna take a picture of this and write a little blog post up because this is gonna be gone by the time I get there. But let me know. Let me know if you make this. Let me know if you make any of this stuff. I'd love to know how it makes it out in the wild. But thank you so much for joining me. This has been so much fun eating and making tacos with you guys on a Tuesday, which is not Taco Tuesday. It's Tuesday, the day for tacos. But no, seriously, thanks so much for joining me. I love it. You guys are the highlight of my day. It's been so nice to have you here. Join me tomorrow for my mom's birthday. She's turning 32 and is really excited about it. And I'm really excited to wish her a happy birthday. And we've got, I think we're doing, I haven't cleared this with her. This has no like official meaning, but I really wanted to just like give her a treat. And so we're doing mac and cheese. I know that nobody needs this mac and cheese, but I think we all want it. So that's what I'm doing for my mom on her happy birthday tomorrow. Her, whatever, 35th, I don't know, 28th. But yeah, happy birthday in advance, Mom. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. Join me again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. I hope everyone joins me from wherever you're coming from, all the way around the world. This is so exciting. We get English lessons here. Oh yeah, Riel, thank you for the outro music. Reminder, I appreciate it. Okay, like and subscribe or not, I don't care. We're doing this for fun. That's it. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, see you guys later. That was the outro music. Bye.